Certain understanding we can get because we are obedient to what this word says. Now some people might say, well, what does it matter that your head is covered or is not covered? It matters because the Most High said it. Why do I have to question what the Most High said? It's like you dealing with your kids. You know what's better for your children, but they're asking you, like, why are you making me do this? You know why. You know why. Listen, just follow what I'm telling you. Don't worry about it. Okay? And our churches was like this at one point. A young man would come into a church like years and years ago. First thing they would do is take his hat off his head. What happened to the churches, man? Okay? And then the Most High even show you the reason for this. Read.
Verse 5. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head.
And if a woman pray or prophesy, we're in the scriptures, and she got her head uncovered, she is dishonoring her head, be it her husband or Christ. Then it tell you why. Read.
For that is even all one as if she were shaven.
So Paul was saying here, if you're not going to cover your head, get a haircut. Go bald. And we know in the old time, it was a shame for a woman to be bald. Read.
For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn.
Let her be shorn. Shave her head off. Shave her hair. Read.
But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered.
There you go. But if it's a shame for her to be shorn, let her be covered. Don't you think the churches should be teaching this? This is the New Testament. This is the New Testament. So what type of connection we think we'll get being disobedient? Not even laying down the groundwork of how to connect with the Most High. There's certain things you cannot get if you are disobedient, period. Read.
For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of the Most High.
That's why we're not going to cover our head. Alright? Because we are the image and glory of the Most High. Read.
But the woman is the glory of the man.
The woman is the glory of the man. Read.
For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
We should always put that barrier there so that we know there's order. When the Most High says, thou shalt be done in earth as it is in heaven, he was talking about order. That's the biggest difference. This whole place is out of order. You don't know the man from the woman from the man. You don't know who's in charge. It's not like that in heaven. You don't have no angels telling the Most High their opinion. That don't happen. That only happens here where Satan is ruling all over the place. Well, even though the Bible says that, you know, I just got my hair done. I'm sure God is not going to judge me because, my hair, he know my heart. What they got to do with my hair? The fact that you got to think it that long to tell you something is wrong. Just follow what he says. Read on.
Verse 9. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
We should always recognize this. The woman was created for the man. The man was working. The Lord knew he had a lot of work to do and say, you know what, I'm going to put you to sleep and I'm going to give you a helpmeet. You would never know that today. You would never know that. That actually women came from men. Yes. They came out of men. We should teach this so we can understand the divine order of creation. And to know that the whole earth is unbalanced because men are not, number one, taking their roles and not being obedient to their roles. And then you have women in a man's position trying to keep things together. Satan loved this. This is Satan's program, this world right now. And the children are being left to the side because we're not teaching these principles. All up in the churches, you have women on the board of directors. She's the head deaconess. Show me one deaconess in the scriptures. Where is she at? Where is she at? She's an elder pastor, an elder this and elder that. Yeah, a woman can teach. Yeah, a woman can show her spiritual prowess and spread the gospel. But there should always be a man at the pinnacle controlling her goings. That's the way the Most High made it. There was no woman over Christ. There was no woman over Peter. There was no woman over Paul. Then you have these women pastors just going off all over the place. And no one is looking in the scriptures and saying, hold up, man, this is out of order. You are dealing with the devil. You can do that. Don't you know that? You can stand up in the church and say, ma'am, sit down, please. You are dealing with the devil. I know that's harsh. That's hard, ain't it? But you know what? The Most High is not playing. The Most High is not playing. Okay? And men need to take charge of that position. Look at our world, man. Satan has turned our world upside down because a man is afraid what pushback he might get if he tell her to sit down. Don't disrespect her. But, you know, go to her and say, listen, sister, do you know that God say you're not supposed to do this? Huh?
But they're twisted.
Doesn't matter. It's what the Bible says. First of all, your head should be covered. Look at Juanita Bynum. She's from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's her name, Juanita Bynum?
Yeah, something like that. Prophetess.
Man, that's a spiritual disgrace. That's what that is. That's what's wrong with this world today, man. Men need to stand up and take these positions. No way she should be on the stage making a fool of the Most High's word, and we're in the last days and things are about to happen the way they're about to happen. Okay? That's what's wrong. Where's these women at that I see out here in the South, all on the pulpit? Where are they in the scriptures? Every woman that's in these scriptures are obedient to the Most High and Christ and the men that were set up to lead. Yes, we love. A nation cannot go without women, but righteous women. The women that are daughters of Sarah. Sarah backed Abraham all the way and had no problem with it because all the blessings of Abraham came through her and her children. Okay? Read on.
Verse 10. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angel.
Now the Lord is showing why a woman should have power over her head. It says because of the angels. You're being watched. Yeah. You're being watched. Okay? And something happened before the flood with women who wanted to be provocative. Angels were enticed and came down and slept with women, and sin came into the earth. Sin came to the earth because women wanted to be provocative. Alright? So much sin that the Most High had to destroy the earth through a flood. Or the creation that was created under Satan would have consumed mankind. And you might just think that it's just a scarf or a headpiece, or you just, just showing off your body today. But we're being watched by the unseen. Everything has a reaction. Okay? And I want to show, I want, by show of hands, and this is elementary what we just went into. By show of hands, how many people have been taught what we just taught you in the church, or just read in the church? By show of hands. Not one person. Not one person. Yes.
It depends on what doctrine you've been involved in.
Okay.
If you go down to verse 15, it says, but if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given for her covering. So you don't necessarily have to wear a hat to church. If you have hair, that is your covering.
Okay. Thank you. We're going to go there. You said it depends on what doctrine we go through, we're dealing with, right?
Right.
How many doctrines is there?
I don't know. There's a lot of different doctrines.
I'm saying, how many doctrines of Christ is there?
Well,
How many doctrines did Christ lead?
One.
Thank you. Now, before we go to 15, let's read it all the way. Read the next verse, sister. The 12th verse.
For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman. But all things are of God.
Read on.
Judging yourselves, it is common that a woman pray unto God uncovered.
Now, that's the question that he's leaving there. Let's not jump down to 15.